Welcome to the Notes and Solutions for day 19 of our GCSE 5 a day. Now we've got a few percentage questions today, but we start with having to work out 6 squared. Now that represents 6 times 6, which is 36. 6 cubed would be 6 times 6 times 6. Let me say that. 6 cubed. And this one is 6 squared. Okay, if you need practice with your square numbers, then go on to Century and have a look at Nugget 12.01. Okay, so we have a ratio question for question 2, and I'm going to do a visual representation of my ratio. And if you ever have problems with ratio or fractions questions, then please draw yourself a picture and things will become an awful lot clearer. So you'll see in my picture that I have Andy's 2 parts here and I have Ben's 3 parts. And the important thing to realise is that we have 5 equal parts. And as soon as we have equal parts, then it should be crying out that we are going to be either dividing or multiplying. Well, in this instance, we need to divide because we need to share out this 1200 between these 5 equal parts. So 1200 divided by 5. 5 into 12 is 2, the remainder 2, 4, 0. So what we can see is that each of our parts here is 240. And what we were interested in is what is Andy's share. So that is 240 times 2, which is 480. And please don't forget your pound sign for your units. Now this is a very important skill, being able to separate into according to a ratio. So if you need a bit more practice, please go and look out Nugget 15.01 on Century to reinforce that learning. Okay, so question 3 is the first of our percentage questions, and we've got to find 30% of this money and also 10% of this money. Now, finding 10% is one of our key math skills. So hopefully we remember that 10% means 10 out of 100. And if we simplify this fraction, we can see that that is 1/10. So in order to find 10%, we need to divide by 10. 10% is 1300 divided by 10, which is 130. If you need help with that, speak to your maths teacher. Now 30% is going to be 3 of these, so that's 3 lots of 130, which is 390. So what we're asked to do is find out how much we have left. So let's add those two up. 0, 9 and 3 is 2, carry 1, 3, 4, 5. So we now need to see how much is left is 1300, take away our 500, and so 0 take away 0 is 0. 0 take away 2, 2 is bigger than 0, so I'm going to borrow 1 from over here. 10 take away 2 is 8. 2 take away 5, 5 is bigger than 2, so same again. 12 take away 5, 7. So 780. Again, let's have our pound sign. Now, some of you may have noticed that I could have done that slightly differently, and I could have thought, well, we started with 100%, and if we took away 30% and we took away 10%, then what was left is 60%. So what is left is going to be 6 lots of my 130. So let's have a look at that. 6 times 130, 6 noughts are 0, 6 threes are 18, carry 1, 6, 1, 780. So look, and we see that we get 780 again. So a second way of doing that calculation. Right, if you want, and to practice finding 10, 20, 30, 40% and so on of a number, the sensible nugget to go and look at on Sanctuary is 7.07. Okay. Question 4 is another percentage question. In this instance, we've got a percentage increase, and it's quite quick to go and work out what that increase is, which is from 120 to 144. So we can see that we've got an increase of 24. But where students struggle is to how to convert that into a percentage. And it's a percentage of what? Well, the important thing is it's a percentage of the original amount. Okay, so it's not about where you end up, it's about where you start. So what we're after is we're after 24 out of 120, which we want to express as a percentage. Let's just quickly do that, and we'll do that on a calculator to speed things up. 24 over 20. So we can see that that's 1/5. I think we'll have a look at it as a decimal. We can see that that's 0.2. Now we should recognize that this is our 1% column. So if we've got nothing in there, then we have 20%. Okay, so if you need to go and practice that, where you need to go is nugget 11.04. Okay, with question 5, we've got our final percentage question of the day. And again, this is a question I'm going to do 2 ways. So here's the first method. Let's look at year 1. So we're going to receive 10% interest. So let's see 10% of 2,000. And we should know that that is 200. So at the end of year 1, we now have 2,000 plus 200, which is £2,200. In year 2, we're going to receive 10% of 2,200, which is 220. So we will now have 2,200 plus 220, which is £2,420. Let's have method 2, which is to say, well, we started with 100% plus 10% is 110%. So we are multiplying by 1.1. And in year 2, we're also multiplying by 1.1. So we can find the answer to this by multiplying by 1.1 twice. So that's 2,000 times 1.1 squared, which again equals 2,420, which you can go away and check. Okay, so nugget to go and practice here is 11.07. Again, if we are struggling a bit with our 10%, then maybe go back and practice nugget 7.07. But that's at the end of the notes and solutions for day 19. I hope you're enjoying your 5 a day. and keep practicing.